Leviticus chapter 1. Holocausts. Yahweh called to Moses and spoke to him out of the tent of meeting, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and tell them, when any one of you offers an offering to Yahweh, you shall offer your offering of the cattle, of the herd, and of the flock. If his offering is a burnt offering of the herd, he shall offer it a male without blemish. He shall offer it at the door of the tent of meeting, that he may be accepted before Yahweh. He shall lay his hand on the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him. He shall kill the bull before Yahweh. Aaron's sons, the priests, shall present the blood and sprinkle the blood around on the altar that is at the door of the tent of meeting. He shall flay the burnt offering and cut it into its pieces. The sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire on the altar and lay wood in order on the fire. And Aaron's sons, the priests, shall lay the pieces, the head, and the fat in order on the wood that is on the fire, which is on the altar. But its innards and its legs he shall wash with water. The priest shall burn the whole on the altar for a burnt offering, an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor to Yahweh. If his offering to Yahweh is a burnt offering of birds, then he shall offer his offering of turtle doves or of young pigeons. The priest shall bring it to the altar, and wring off its head, and burn it on the altar, and its blood shall be drained out on the side of the altar. And he shall take away its crop with its filth, and cast it beside the altar on the east part, in the place of the ashes. And he shall tear it by its wings, but shall not divide it apart. The priest shall burn it on the altar, on the wood that is on the fire. It is a burnt offering, an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor to Yahweh. Leviticus chapter 2. Cereal offers. When anyone offers an offering of a meal offering to Yahweh, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil on it, and put frankincense on it. He shall bring it to Aaron's sons the priests, and he shall take his handful of its fine flour and of its oil with all its frankincense, and the priest shall burn the memorial of it on the altar, an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor to Yahweh. That which is left of the meal offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is a most holy thing of the offerings of Yahweh made by fire. When you offer an offering of a meal offering baked in the oven, it shall be unleavened cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, or unleavened wafers anointed with oil. If your offering is a meal offering of the baking pan, it shall be of unleavened fine flour mingled with oil. You shall cut it in pieces and pour oil on it. It is a meal offering. If your offering be a meal offering of the frying pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil. You shall bring the meal offering that is made of these things to Yahweh, and it shall be presented to the priest, and he shall bring it to the altar. The priest shall take up from the meal offering the memorial of it, and shall burn it on the altar, an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor to Yahweh. That which is left of the meal offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is a most holy thing of the offerings of Yahweh made by fire. No meal offering which you shall offer to Yahweh shall be made with yeast, for you shall burn no yeast nor any honey as an offering made by fire to Yahweh. As an offering of first fruits you shall offer them to Yahweh, but they shall not come up for a sweet savor on the altar. Every offering of your meal offering shall you season with salt. Neither shall you allow the salt of the covenant of your God to be lacking from your meal offering. With all your offerings you shall offer salt. If you offer a meal offering of first fruits to Yahweh, you shall offer for the meal offering of your first fruits grain in the ear parched with fire, bruised grain of the fresh ear. You shall put oil on it and lay frankincense thereon. It is a meal offering. The priest shall take up the memorial of it, part of the bruised grain of it, and part of the oil of it, with all the frankincense of it. It is an offering made by fire to Yahweh. Leviticus 3. Communion sacrifices. If his offering be a sacrifice of peace offerings, if he offer of the herd, whether male or female, he shall offer it without blemish before Yahweh. He shall lay his hand on the head of his offering and kill it at the door of the tent of meeting, and Aaron's sons the priests shall sprinkle the blood on the altar round about. He shall offer of the sacrifice of peace offerings an offering made by fire to Yahweh, the fat that covers the inwards, and all the fat that is on the inwards, and the 2 kidneys and the fat that is on them, which is by the loins, and the cover on the liver with the kidneys, shall he take away. Aaron's sons shall burn it on the altar on the burnt offering, which is on the wood that is on the fire. It is an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor to Yahweh. If his offering for a sacrifice of peace offerings to Yahweh be of the flock, male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. If he offer a lamb for his offering, then shall he offer it before Yahweh. And he shall lay his hand on the head of his offering, and kill it before the tent of meeting. And Aaron's sons the priests shall sprinkle the blood of it on the altar round about. He shall offer of the sacrifice of peace offerings an offering made by fire to Yahweh. The fat of it, the fat tail entire, he shall take away hard by the backbone, and the fat that covers the inwards, and all the fat that is on the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by the loins, and the cover on the liver with the kidneys, shall he take away. The priest shall burn it on the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire to Yahweh. If his offering be a goat, then he shall offer it before Yahweh. And he shall lay his hand on the head of it, and kill it before the tent of meeting, and the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle the blood of it on the altar round about. He shall offer of it his offering, even an offering made by fire to Yahweh, the fat that covers the inwards, and all the fat that is on the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by the loins, and the cover on the liver with the kidneys, shall he take away. The priest shall burn them on the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire, for a sweet savor. All the fat is Yahweh's. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations in all your dwellings, that you shall eat neither fat nor blood. Leviticus 4. Sacrifices for the forgiveness of sin. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, If anyone shall sin unwittingly in any of the things which Yahweh has commanded not to be done, and shall do any one of them, if the anointed priest shall sin so as to bring guilt on the people, then let him offer for his sin which he has sinned a young bull without blemish to Yahweh for a sin offering. He shall bring the bull to the door of the tent of meeting before Yahweh, and he shall lay his hand on the head of the bull and kill the bull before Yahweh. The anointed priest shall take of the blood of the bull and bring it to the tent of meeting, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle of the blood 7 times before Yahweh, before the veil of the sanctuary. The priest shall put of the blood on the horns of the altar of sweet incense before Yahweh, which is in the tent of meeting, and all the blood of the bull shall he pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering, which is at the door of the tent of meeting. All the fat of the bull of the sin offering he shall take off from it, the fat that covers the inwards, and all the fat that is on the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by the loins, and the cover on the liver with the kidneys shall he take away, as it is taken off from the ox of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them on the altar of burnt offering. The skin of the bull and all its flesh, with its head and with its legs and its inwards and its dung, even the whole bull shall he carry forth outside the camp to a clean place, where the ashes are poured out, and burn it on wood with fire. Where the ashes are poured out shall it be burnt. If the whole congregation of Israel err, and the thing be hid from the eyes of the assembly, and they have done any of the things which Yahweh has commanded not to be done, and are guilty, when the sin in which they have sinned is made known to them, then the assembly shall offer a young bull for a sin offering, and bring it before the tent of meeting. The elders of the congregation shall lay their hands on the head of the bull before Yahweh, and the bull shall be killed before Yahweh. The anointed priest shall bring of the blood of the bull to the tent of meeting, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood, and sprinkle it 7 times before Yahweh, before the veil. He shall put of the blood on the horns of the altar which is before Yahweh, that is in the tent of meeting, and all the blood of the bull shall he pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering, which is at the door of the tent of meeting. All the fat of it shall he take off from it, and burn it on the altar. Thus shall he do with the bull, as he did with the bull of the sin offering, so shall he do with this, and the priest shall make atonement for them, and they shall be forgiven. He shall carry forth the bull outside the camp, and burn it as he burned the first bull. It is the sin offering for the assembly. When a ruler sins and does unwittingly any one of all the things which Yahweh his God has commanded not to be done, and is guilty, if his sin in which he has sinned be made known to him, he shall bring for his offering a goat, a male without blemish. He shall lay his hand on the head of the goat, and kill it in the place where they killed the burnt offering before Yahweh. It is a sin offering. The priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and the blood of it shall he pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering. All the fat of it shall he burn on the altar, as the fat of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall make atonement for him as concerning his sin, and he shall be forgiven. If any one of the common people sin unwittingly in doing any of the things which Yahweh his God has commanded not to be done, and be guilty, if his sin which he has sinned be made known to him, then he shall bring for his offering a goat, a female without blemish, for his sin which he has sinned. He shall lay his hand on the head of the sin offering, and kill it in the place where they killed the burnt offering. The priest shall take of the blood of it with his finger, and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and the blood of it shall he pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering. All the fat of it shall he take off from it, and burn it on the altar, for a sweet savor to Yahweh. And the priest shall make atonement for him as concerning his sin, and he shall be forgiven. If he bring a lamb as his offering for a sin offering, he shall bring it a female without blemish. He shall lay his hand on the head of the sin offering, and kill it for a sin offering in the place where they killed the burnt offering. The priest shall take of the blood of it with his finger, and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and all the blood of it shall he pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering. All the fat of it shall he take off from it, and burn it on the altar, on the offerings of Yahweh made by fire, and the priest shall make atonement for him as concerning his sin that he has sinned, and he shall be forgiven.
Leviticus 5. Some concrete cases. If anyone sin in that he hears the voice of adjuration, he being a witness, whether he has seen or known, if he doesn't report it, then he shall bear his iniquity. Or if anyone touch any unclean thing, whether it be the carcass of an unclean animal, or the carcass of unclean cattle, or the carcass of unclean creeping things, and it be hidden from him, and he be unclean, then he shall be guilty. Or if he touch the uncleanness of man, whatever his uncleanness be with which he is unclean, and it be hid from him, when he knows of it, then he shall be guilty in one of these things.
Or if anyone swear rashly with his lips to do evil, or to do good, whatever it be that a man shall utter rashly with an oath, and it be hid from him, when he knows of it, then he shall be guilty in one of these things. It shall be, when he shall be guilty in one of these things, that he shall confess that in which he has sinned. And he shall bring his trespass offering to Yahweh for his sin which he has sinned, a female from the flock, a lamb or a goat for a sin offering, and the priest shall make atonement for him as concerning his sin.
If his means aren't sufficient for a lamb, then he shall bring his trespass offering for that in which he has sinned, 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons to Yahweh, one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. He shall bring them to the priest, who shall offer that which is for the sin offering first, and wring off its head from its neck, but shall not divide it apart. And he shall sprinkle of the blood of the sin offering on the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall be drained out at the base of the altar. It is a sin offering. He shall offer the second for a burnt offering, according to the ordinance, and the priest shall make atonement for him as concerning his sin which he has sinned, and he shall be forgiven. But if his means aren't sufficient for 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he shall bring his offering for that in which he has sinned, the 10th part of an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall put no oil on it, neither shall he put any frankincense thereon, for it is a sin offering. He shall bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his handful of it as the memorial of it, and burn it on the altar, on the offerings of Yahweh made by fire. It is a sin offering. The priest shall make atonement for him as touching his sin that he has sinned in any of these things, and he shall be forgiven. And the remnant shall be the priest's as the meal offering. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, If anyone commits a trespass and sin unwittingly in the holy things of Yahweh, then he shall bring his trespass offering to Yahweh, a ram without blemish out of the flock, according to your estimation in silver by shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, for a trespass offering. And he shall make restitution for that which he has done amiss in the holy thing, and shall add the 5th part thereto, and give it to the priest. And the priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering, and he shall be forgiven. If anyone sins and does any of the things which Yahweh has commanded not to be done, though he didn't know it, yet he is guilty, and shall bear his iniquity. He shall bring a ram without blemish out of the flock, according to your estimation, for a trespass offering, to the priest. And the priest shall make atonement for him concerning the thing in which he erred unwittingly and didn't know it, and he shall be forgiven. It is a trespass offering. He is certainly guilty before Yahweh.
Leviticus chapter 6, Ritual Norms. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, If anyone sins and commit a trespass against Yahweh and deal falsely with his neighbor in a matter of deposit, or of bargain, or of robbery, or have oppressed his neighbor, or have found that which was lost, and deal falsely therein, and swear to a lie in any of all these things that a man does, sinning therein, then it shall be, if he has sinned and is guilty, that he shall restore that which he took by robbery, or the thing which he has gotten by oppression, or the deposit which was committed to him, or the lost thing which he found, or anything about which he has sworn falsely. He shall even restore it in full, and shall add the 5th part more thereto. To him to whom it appertains shall he give it, in the day of his being found guilty. He shall bring his trespass offering to Yahweh, a ram without blemish out of the flock, according to your estimation, for a trespass offering to the priest. And the priest shall make atonement for him before Yahweh, and he shall be forgiven concerning whatever he does so as to be guilty thereby. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Command Aaron and his sons, saying, This is the law of the burnt offering. The burnt offering shall be on the hearth on the altar all night to the morning, and the fire of the altar shall be kept burning thereon. The priest shall put on his linen garment, and his linen breeches shall he put on his flesh, and he shall take up the ashes whereto the fire has consumed the burnt offering on the altar, and he shall put them beside the altar. He shall put off his garments, and put on other garments, and carry forth the ashes outside of the camp to a clean place. The fire on the altar shall be kept burning thereon, it shall not go out, and the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and he shall lay the burnt offering in order on it, and shall burn thereon the fat of the peace offerings. Fire shall be kept burning on the altar continually, it shall not go out. This is the law of the meal offering. The sons of Aaron shall offer it before Yahweh, before the altar. He shall take up therefrom his handful of the fine flour of the meal offering,
and of the oil of it, and all the frankincense which is on the meal offering, and shall burn it on the altar for a sweet savor, as the memorial of it to Yahweh. That which is left of it shall Aaron and his sons eat. It shall be eaten without yeast in a holy place. In the court of the tent of meeting they shall eat it. It shall not be baked with yeast. I have given it as their portion of my offerings made by fire. It is most holy, as the sin offering and as the trespass offering. Every male among the children of Aaron shall eat of it, as his portion forever throughout your generations from the offerings of Yahweh made by fire. Whoever touches them shall be holy. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, This is the offering of Aaron and of his sons, which they shall offer to Yahweh in the day when he is anointed, the 10th part of an ephah of fine flour for a meal offering perpetually, half of it in the morning and half of it in the evening. On a baking pan it shall be made with oil. When it is soaked, you shall bring it in. In baked pieces shall you offer the meal offering for a sweet savor to Yahweh. The anointed priest that shall be in his place from among his sons shall offer it. By a statute forever it shall be wholly burnt to Yahweh. Every meal offering of the priest shall be wholly burnt, it shall not be eaten. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, This is the law of the sin offering. In the place where the burnt offering is killed shall the sin offering be killed before Yahweh. It is most holy. The priest who offers it for sin shall eat it. In a holy place shall it be eaten. In the court of the tent of meeting they shall eat it. Whatever shall touch the flesh of it shall be holy, and when there is sprinkled of the blood of it on any garment, you shall wash that whereon it was sprinkled in a holy place. But the earthen vessel in which it is boiled shall be broken, and if it be boiled in a brassen vessel, it shall be scoured and rinsed in water. Every male among the priests shall eat of it. It is most holy. No sin offering whereof any of the blood is brought into the tent of meeting to make atonement in the holy place shall be eaten. It shall be burnt with fire.
Leviticus chapter 7. This is the law of the trespass offering. It is most holy. In the place where they kill the burnt offering shall they kill the trespass offering, and the blood of it shall he sprinkle on the altar round about. He shall offer of it all the fat of it, the fat tail and the fat that covers the inwards, and the 2 kidneys and the fat that is on them, which is by the loins, and the cover on the liver with the kidneys shall he take away. And the priest shall burn them on the altar for an offering made by fire to Yahweh. It is a trespass offering. Every male among the priests shall eat of it. It shall be eaten in a holy place. It is most holy. As is the sin offering, so is the trespass offering. There is one law for them. The priest who makes atonement therewith, he shall have it. The priest who offers any man's burnt offering, even the priest shall have to himself the skin of the burnt offering which he has offered. Every meal offering that is baked in the oven, and all that is dressed in the frying pan, and on the baking pan, shall be the priest's who offers it. Every meal offering, mingled with oil or dry, shall all the sons of Aaron have, one as well as another. This is the law of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which one shall offer to Yahweh. If he offer it for thanksgiving, then he shall offer with the sacrifice of thanksgiving unleavened cakes mingled with oil, and unleavened wafers anointed with oil, and cakes mingled with oil, of fine flour soaked. With cakes of leavened bread he shall offer his offering with the sacrifice of his peace offerings for thanksgiving. Of it he shall offer one out of each offering for a heave offering to Yahweh. It shall be the priest's who sprinkles the blood of the peace offerings. The flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offerings for thanksgiving shall be eaten on the day of his offering. He shall not leave any of it until the morning. But if the sacrifice of his offering be a vow or a free will offering, it shall be eaten on the day that he offers his sacrifice, and on the next day that which remains of it shall be eaten. But that which remains of the flesh of the sacrifice on the 3rd day shall be burnt with fire. If any of the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offerings be eaten on the 3rd day, it shall not be accepted, neither shall it be imputed to him who offers it. It shall be an abomination, and the soul who eats of it shall bear his iniquity. The flesh that touches any unclean thing shall not be eaten. It shall be burnt with fire. As for the flesh, everyone who is clean shall eat of it. But the soul who eats of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings that pertain to Yahweh, having his uncleanness on him, that soul shall be cut off from his people. When anyone shall touch any unclean thing, the uncleanness of man or an unclean animal or any unclean abomination, and eat of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings which pertain to Yahweh, that soul shall be cut off from his people. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, You shall eat no fat of ox or sheep or goat. The fat of that which dies of itself, and the fat of that which is torn of animals may be used for any other service, but you shall in no wise eat of it. For whoever eats the fat of the animal of which men offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh, even the soul who eats it shall be cut off from his people. You shall eat no manner of blood, whether it be of bird or of animal, in any of your dwellings. Whoever it be who eats any blood, that soul shall be cut off from his people. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, He who offers the sacrifice of his peace offerings to Yahweh shall bring his offering to Yahweh out of the sacrifice of his peace offerings. His own hands shall bring the offerings of Yahweh made by fire. The breast with the fat shall he bring, that the breast may be waved for a wave offering before Yahweh. The priest shall burn the fat on the altar, but the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons'. The right thigh shall he give to the priest for a heave offering out of the sacrifices of your peace offerings. He among the sons of Aaron who offers the blood of the peace offerings and the fat shall have the right thigh for a portion. For the wave breast and the heave thigh have I taken of the children of Israel out of the sacrifices of their peace offerings, and have given them to Aaron the priest and to his sons as their portion forever from the children of Israel. This is the anointing portion of Aaron, and the anointing portion of his sons, out of the offerings of Yahweh made by fire, in the day that he presented them to minister to Yahweh in the priest's office, which Yahweh commanded to be given them of the children of Israel in the day that he anointed them. It is their portion forever throughout their generations. This is the law of the burnt offering, of the meal offering, of the sin offering, and of the trespass offering, and of the consecration, and of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which Yahweh commanded Moses in Mount Sinai in the day that he commanded the children of Israel to offer their offerings to Yahweh in the wilderness of Sinai.
Leviticus 8. Ceremony of the consecration of priests. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Take Aaron and his sons with him, and the garments, and the anointing oil, and the bull of the sin offering, and the 2 rams, and the basket of unleavened bread, and assemble you all the congregation at the door of the tent of meeting. Moses did as Yahweh commanded him, and the congregation was assembled at the door of the tent of meeting. Moses said to the congregation, This is the thing which Yahweh has commanded to be done. Moses brought Aaron and his sons and washed them with water. He put on him the coat and girded him with the sash and clothed him with the robe and put the ephod on him. And he girded him with the skillfully woven band of the ephod and bound it to him therewith. He placed the breastplate on him, and in the breastplate he put the Urim and the Thummim. He set the turban on his head, and on the turban in front did he set the golden plate, the holy crown, as Yahweh commanded Moses. Moses took the anointing oil and anointed the tent and all that was therein, and sanctified them. He sprinkled of it on the altar 7 times, and anointed the altar and all its vessels, and the basin and its base, to sanctify them. He poured of the anointing oil on Aaron's head, and anointed him, to sanctify him. Moses brought Aaron's sons, and clothed them with coats, and girded them with girdles, and bound headbands on them, as Yahweh commanded Moses. He brought the bull of the sin offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the bull of the sin offering. He killed it, and Moses took the blood and put it on the horns of the altar round about with his finger, and purified the altar, and poured out the blood at the base of the altar, and sanctified it, to make atonement for it. He took all the fat that was on the inwards, and the cover of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and their fat, and Moses burned it on the altar. But the bull, and its skin, and its flesh, and its dung, he burnt with fire outside of the camp, as Yahweh commanded Moses. He presented the ram of the burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the ram.
He killed it, and Moses sprinkled the blood on the altar round about. He cut the ram into its pieces, and Moses burnt the head and the pieces and the fat. He washed the inwards and the legs with water, and Moses burnt the whole ram on the altar. It was a burnt offering for a sweet savor. It was an offering made by fire to Yahweh, as Yahweh commanded Moses. He presented the other ram, the ram of consecration, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the ram. He killed it, and Moses took of the blood of it, and put it on the tip of Aaron's right ear, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the great toe of his right foot. He brought Aaron's sons, and Moses put of the blood on the tip of their right ear, and on the thumb of their right hand, and on the great toe of their right foot. And Moses sprinkled the blood on the altar round about. He took the fat, and the fat tail, and all the fat that was on the inwards, and the cover of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and their fat, and the right thigh. And out of the basket of unleavened bread that was before Yahweh, he took 1 unleavened cake, and 1 cake of oiled bread, and 1 wafer, and placed them on the fat and on the right thigh. And he put the whole on the hands of Aaron, and on the hands of his sons, and waved them for a wave offering before Yahweh. Moses took them from off their hands, and burnt them on the burnt offering. They were a consecration for a sweet savor. It was an offering made by fire to Yahweh, as Yahweh commanded Moses. Moses took the breast and waved it for a wave offering before Yahweh. It was Moses's portion of the ram of consecration, as Yahweh commanded Moses. Moses took the anointing oil and of the blood which was on the altar, and sprinkled it on Aaron, on his garments, and on his sons, and on the sons' garments with him, and sanctified Aaron, his garments, and his sons' garments with him. Moses said to Aaron and to his sons, "Boil the flesh at the door of the tent of meeting, and there eat it, and the bread that is in the basket of consecration, as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons shall eat it. That which remains of the flesh and of the bread shall you burn with fire. You shall not go out from the door of the tent of meeting 7 days, until the days of your consecration be fulfilled, for he shall consecrate you 7 days. As has been done this day, so Yahweh has commanded to do, to make atonement for you. At the door of the tent of meeting shall you abide day and night 7 days, and keep the charge of Yahweh, that you don't die, for so I am commanded." Aaron and his sons did all the things which Yahweh commanded by Moses.
Leviticus chapter 9. Aaron begins his duties. It happened on the 8th day that Moses called Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. And he said to Aaron, "Take a calf of the herd for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering without blemish, and offer them before Yahweh. To the children of Israel you shall speak, saying, Take a male goat for a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb both a year old without blemish for a burnt offering, and an ox and a ram for peace offerings to sacrifice before Yahweh, and a meal offering mingled with oil, for today Yahweh appears to you." They brought that which Moses commanded before the tent of meeting, and all the congregation drew near and stood before Yahweh. Moses said, "This is the thing which Yahweh commanded that you should do, and the glory of Yahweh shall appear to you." Moses said to Aaron, "Draw near to the altar, and offer your sin offering, and your burnt offering, and make atonement for yourself and for the people, and offer the offering of the people, and make atonement for them, as Yahweh commanded." So Aaron drew near to the altar, and killed the calf of the sin offering, which was for himself. The sons of Aaron presented the blood to him, and he dipped his finger in the blood, and put it on the horns of the altar, and poured out the blood at the base of the altar. But the fat and the kidneys and the cover from the liver of the sin offering he burnt on the altar, as Yahweh commanded Moses. The flesh and the skin he burnt with fire outside of the camp. He killed the burnt offering, and Aaron's sons delivered to him the blood, and he sprinkled it on the altar round about,
They delivered the burnt offering to him, piece by piece, and the head, and he burnt them on the altar. He washed the inwards and the legs, and burnt them on the burnt offering on the altar. He presented the people's offering, and took the goat of the sin offering, which was for the people, and killed it, and offered it for sin, as the first. He presented the burnt offering, and offered it according to the ordinance. He presented the meal offering, and filled his hand therefrom, and burnt it on the altar, besides the burnt offering of the morning. He killed also the ox and the ram, the sacrifice of peace offerings, which was for the people, and Aaron's sons delivered to him the blood, which he sprinkled on the altar round about, and the fat of the ox and of the ram, the fat tail, and that which covers the inwards, and the kidneys, and the cover of the liver. And they put the fat on the breasts, and he burnt the fat on the altar. And the breasts and the right thigh Aaron waved for a wave offering before Yahweh, as Moses commanded. Aaron lifted up his hands toward the people and blessed them, and he came down from offering the sin offering, and the burnt offering, and the peace offerings. Moses and Aaron went into the tent of meeting, and came out, and blessed the people. And the glory of Yahweh appeared to all the people. There came forth fire from before Yahweh, and consumed on the altar the burnt offering and the fat. And when all the people saw it, they shouted, and fell on their faces.
Leviticus 10. Punishment of Nadab and Abihu. Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took each of them his censer, and put fire therein, and laid incense thereon, and offered strange fire before Yahweh, which he had not commanded them. There came forth fire from before Yahweh, and devoured them, and they died before Yahweh. Then Moses said to Aaron, "This is it what Yahweh spoke, saying, I will be sanctified in those who come near me, and before all the people I will be glorified." Aaron held his peace. Moses called Mishael and Elzaphan, the sons of Uzziel, the uncle of Aaron, and said to them, "Draw near, carry your brothers from before the sanctuary out of the camp." So they drew near and carried them in their coats out of the camp, as Moses had said. Moses said to Aaron and to Eleazar and to Ithamar, his sons, "Don't let the hair of your heads go loose, neither tear your clothes, that you don't die, and that he not be angry with all the congregation. But let your brothers, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning which Yahweh has kindled. You shall not go out from the door of the tent of meeting, lest you die, for the anointing oil of Yahweh is on you." They did according to the word of Moses. Yahweh spoke to Aaron, saying, "Drink no wine nor strong drink, you nor your sons with you, when you go into the tent of meeting, that you don't die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, and that you may make a distinction between the holy and the common, and between the unclean and the clean, and that you may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which Yahweh has spoken to them by Moses." Moses spoke to Aaron and to Eleazar and to Ithamar his sons, who were left, "Take the meal offering that remains of the offerings of Yahweh made by fire, and eat it without yeast beside the altar, for it is most holy. And you shall eat it in a holy place, because it is your portion and your son's portion of the offerings of Yahweh made by fire, for so I am commanded. The wave breast and the heave thigh shall you eat in a clean place, you and your sons and your daughters with you, for they are given as your portion and your son's portion out of the sacrifices of the peace offerings of the children of Israel. The heave thigh and the wave breast shall they bring with the offerings made by fire of the fat to wave it for a wave offering before Yahweh, and it shall be your and your sons with you as a portion forever, as Yahweh has commanded. Moses diligently sought the goat of the sin offering, and behold, it was burnt, And he was angry with Eleazar and with Ithamar, the sons of Aaron who were left, saying, "Why haven't you eaten the sin offering in the place of the sanctuary, seeing it is most holy, and he has given it you to bear the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before Yahweh? Behold, the blood of it was not brought into the sanctuary within. You should certainly have eaten it in the sanctuary, as I commanded." Aaron spoke to Moses, "Behold, this day have they offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before Yahweh, and there have befallen me such things as these. And if I had eaten the sin offering today, would it have been well-pleasing in the sight of Yahweh?" When Moses heard that, it was well-pleasing in his sight.
Leviticus 11. Clean and unclean animals. Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying to them, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, These are the living things which you may eat among all the animals that are on the earth. Whatever parts the hoof and is cloven-footed, choose the cug among the animals, that may you eat. Nevertheless, these shall you not eat of them that chew the cud, or of those who part the hoof. The camel, because he chews the cud but doesn't have a parted hoof, he is unclean to you. The rabbit, because he chews the cud but doesn't have a parted the hoof, he is unclean to you. The hare, because she chews the cud but doesn't part the hoof, she is unclean to you. The pig, because he doesn't part the hoof and is cloven-footed but doesn't chew the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh you shall not eat, and their carcasses you shall not touch, they are unclean to you. These may you eat of all that are in the waters, whatever has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, that may you eat. All that don't have fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of all the living creatures that are in the waters, they are an abomination to you. And they shall be an abomination to you. You shall not eat of their flesh, and their carcasses you shall have in abomination. Whatever has no fins nor scales in the waters, that is an abomination to you. These you shall have in abomination among the birds. They shall not be eaten, they are an abomination. The eagle, and the jeer eagle, and the osprey, and the kite, and the falcon after its kind, every raven after its kind, and the ostrich, and the nighthawk, and the sea mew, and the hawk after its kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the horned owl, and the pelican, and the vulture, and the stork, the heron after its kind, and the hoopoe, and the bat. All winged creeping things that go on all fours are an abomination to you. Yet these may you eat of all winged creeping things that go on all fours, which have legs above their feet, with which to leap on the earth. Even these of them you may eat, the locust after its kind, and the bald locust after its kind, and the cricket after its kind, and the grasshopper after its kind. But all winged creeping things which have 4 feet are an abomination to you. By these you shall become unclean. Whoever touches the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even. Whoever bears anything of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even. Every animal which parts the hoof and is not cloven-footed, nor chews the cud, is unclean to you. Every one who touches them shall be unclean to be unclean. Whatever goes on its paws among all animals that go on all fours, they are unclean to you. Whoever touches their carcass shall be unclean until the even. He who bears the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even. These are they which are unclean to you among the creeping things that creep on the earth, the weasel, and the mouse, and the great lizard after its kind, and the gecko, and the land crocodile, and the lizard, and the sand lizard, and the chameleon. These are they which are unclean to you among all that creep. Whoever does touch them when they are dead shall be unclean until the even. On whatever any of them, when they are dead, does fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or clothing, or skin, or sack,
whatever vessel it be with which any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the even. Then shall it be clean. Every earthen vessel into which any of them falls, whatever is in it shall be unclean, and it you shall break. All food therein which may be eaten, that on which water comes shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. Everything whereupon any part of their carcass falls shall be unclean, whether oven or range for pots, it shall be broken in pieces. They are unclean, and shall be unclean to you. Nevertheless, a spring or a pit in which is a gathering of water shall be clean, but that which touches their carcass shall be unclean. If anything of their carcass fall on any sowing seed which is to be sown, it is clean. But if water be put on the seed, and anything of their carcass fall thereon, it is unclean to you. If any animal of which you may eat die, he who touches the carcass of it shall be unclean until the even. He who eats of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even. He who also bears the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even. Every creeping thing that creeps on the earth is an abomination, it shall not be eaten. Whatever goes on the belly, and whatever goes on all fours, or whatever has many feet, even all creeping things that creep on the earth, them you shall not eat, for they are an abomination. You shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creeps, neither shall you make yourselves unclean with them, that you should be defiled thereby. For I am Yahweh your God. Sanctify yourselves therefore, and be you holy, for I am holy. Neither shall you defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that moves on the earth. For I am Yahweh who brought you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. You shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the animal, and of the bird, and of every living creature that moves in the waters, and of every creature that creeps on the earth, to make a distinction between the unclean and the clean, and between the living thing that may be eaten and the living thing that may not be eaten.
Leviticus 12. Purification after childbirth. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, If a woman conceive seed and bear a man-child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, as in the days of the impurity of her sickness shall she be unclean. In the 8th day the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. She shall continue in the blood of her purifying 33 days. She shall touch no holy thing, nor come into the sanctuary, until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. But if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her impurity, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days. When the days of her purifying are fulfilled, for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb a year old for a burnt offering, and a young pigeon or turtle dove for a sin offering, to the door of the tent of meeting, to the priest. And he shall offer it before Yahweh and make atonement for her, and she shall be cleansed from the fountain of her blood. This is the law for her who bears, whether a male or a female. If her means isn't sufficient for a lamb, then she shall take 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, the one for a burnt offering and the other for a sin offering, and the priest shall make atonement for her, and she shall be clean.
Leviticus chapter 13. Standards relating to leprosy. Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, When a man shall have in the skin of his flesh a rising, or a scab, or a bright spot, and it become in the skin of his flesh the plague of leprosy, then he shall be brought to Aaron the priest, or to one of his sons the priests. And the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of the flesh, and if the hair in the plague be turned white, and the appearance of the plague be deeper than the skin of his flesh, it is the plague of leprosy. And the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean. If the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, and the appearance of it isn't deeper than the skin, and the hair of it isn't turned white, then the priest shall shut up him who has the plague 7 days. And the priest shall look on him the 7th day. And behold, if in his eyes the plague be at a stay, and the plague isn't spread in the skin, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days more. And the priest shall look on him again the 7th day, and behold, if the plague be dim, and the plague hasn't spread in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him clean. It is a scab, and he shall wash his clothes and be clean. But if the scab spread abroad in the skin, after that he has showed himself to the priest for his cleansing, he shall show himself to the priest again. And the priest shall look, and behold, if the scab be spread in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is leprosy. When the plague of leprosy is in a man, then he shall be brought to the priest. And the priest shall look, and behold, if there be a white rising in the skin, and it have turned the hair white, and there be quick raw flesh in the rising, it is an old leprosy in the skin of his flesh, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean. He shall not shut him up, for he is unclean. If the leprosy break out abroad in the skin, and the leprosy cover all the skin of him who has the plague from his head even to his feet, as far as appears to the priest, then the priest shall look, and behold, if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, he shall pronounce him clean who has the plague. It is all turned white, he is clean. But whenever raw flesh appears in him, he shall be unclean. The priest shall look on the raw flesh and pronounce him unclean. The raw flesh is unclean, it is leprosy. Or if the raw flesh turn again and be changed to white, then he shall come to the priest, and the priest shall look on him, and behold, if the plague be turned into white, then the priest shall pronounce him clean. He is clean.
When the flesh has in the skin of it a boil, and it is healed, and in the place of the boil there is a white rising or a bright spot, reddish white, then it shall be showed to the priest. And the priest shall look, and behold, if the appearance of it be lower than the skin, and the hair of it be turned white, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is the plague of leprosy. It has broken out in the boil. But if the priest look on it, and behold, there be no white hairs therein, and it isn't lower than the skin, but is dim, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days. If it spread abroad in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague. But if the bright spot stay in its place and hasn't spread, it is the scar of the boil, and the priest shall pronounce him clean. Or when the flesh has in the skin of it a burning by fire, and the quick flesh of the burning become a bright spot, reddish white, or white, then the priest shall look on it. And behold, if the hair in the bright spot be turned white, and the appearance of it be deeper than the skin, it is leprosy. It has broken out in the burning, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is the plague of leprosy. But if the priest look on it, and behold, there be no white hair in the bright spot, and it be no lower than the skin, but be dim, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days. And the priest shall look on him the 7th day. If it spread abroad in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague. If the bright spot stays in its place and hasn't spread in the skin, but be dim, it is the rising of the burning, and the priest shall pronounce him clean, for it is the scar of the burning. When a man or woman has a plague on the head or on the beard, then the priest shall look on the plague, and behold, if the appearance of it be deeper than the skin, and there be in it yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a scowl. It is leprosy of the head or of the beard. If the priest look on the plague of the scowl, and behold, the appearance of it isn't deeper than the skin, and there be no black hair in it, then the priest shall shut up him who has the plague of the scowl 7 days. In the 7th day the priest shall look on the scowl, and behold, if the scowl isn't spread, and there be in it no yellow hair,
and the appearance of the scow isn't deeper than the skin, then he shall be shaved, but he shall not shave the scow. And the priest shall shut up him who has the scow 7 days more. And in the 7th day the priest shall look on the scow, and behold, if the scow hasn't spread in the skin, and the appearance of it isn't deeper than the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him clean, and he shall wash his clothes and be clean. But if the scow spread abroad in the skin after his cleansing, then the priest shall look on him. And behold, if the scow be spread in the skin, the priest shall not seek for the yellow hair. He is unclean. But if in his eyes the scow be at a stay, and black hair be grown up therein, the scow is healed, he is clean, and the priest shall pronounce him clean. When a man or a woman has in the skin of the flesh bright spots, even white bright spots, then the priest shall look, and behold, if the bright spots in the skin of their flesh be of a dull white, it is a harmless rash, it has broken out in the skin, he is clean. If a man's hair be fallen off his head, he is bald, yet is he clean. If his hair be fallen off from the front part of his head, he is forehead bald, yet is he clean. But if there be in the bald head or the bald forehead a reddish-white plague, it is leprosy breaking out in his bald head or in his bald forehead. Then the priest shall look on him, and behold, if the rising of the plague be reddish-white in his bald head or in his bald forehead, as the appearance of leprosy in the skin of the flesh, he is a leprous man, he is unclean. The priest shall surely pronounce him unclean. His plague is in his head. The leper in whom the plague is, his clothes shall be torn, and the hair of his head shall go loose, and he shall cover his upper lip, and shall cry, Unclean, unclean. All the days in which the plague is in him he shall be unclean, he is unclean. He shall dwell alone, outside of the camp shall his dwelling be. The garment also that the plague of leprosy is in, whether it be a woolen garment or a linen garment, whether it be in warp or woof, of linen or of woolen, whether in a skin or in anything made of skin, if the plague be greenish or reddish in the garment, or in the skin, or in the warp, or in the woof, or in anything of skin, it is the plague of leprosy, and shall be showed to the priest. The priest shall look on the plague, and shut up that which has the plague 7 days. And he shall look on the plague on the 7th day. If the plague be spread in the garment, either in the warp or in the woof, or in the skin, whatever service skin is used for, the plague is a fretting leprosy, it is unclean. He shall burn the garment, whether the warp or the woof, in woolen or in linen, or anything of skin in which the plague is, for it is a fretting leprosy, it shall be burnt in the fire. If the priest shall look, and behold, the plague hasn't spread in the garment, either in the warp or in the woof, or in anything of skin, then the priest shall command that they wash the thing in which the plague is, and he shall shut it up 7 days more. And the priest shall look after that the plague is washed, and behold, if the plague hasn't changed its color, and the plague hasn't spread, it is unclean. You shall burn it in the fire. It is a fret, whether the bareness be inside or outside. If the priest look, and behold, the plague be dim after the washing of it, then he shall tear it out of the garment, or out of the skin, or out of the warp, or out of the woof. And if it appear still in the garment, either in the warp or in the woof, or in anything of skin, it is breaking out. You shall burn that in which the plague is with fire. The garment, either the warp or the woof, or whatever thing of skin it be, which you shall wash, if the plague be departed from them, then it shall be washed the 2nd time, and shall be clean. This is the law of the plague of leprosy in a garment of woolen or linen, either in the warp or in the woof, or anything of skin, to pronounce it clean or to pronounce it unclean.
Leviticus 14. Purification of lepers. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "This shall be the law of the leper in the day of his cleansing. He shall be brought to the priest, and the priest shall go forth out of the camp, and the priest shall look, and behold, if the plague of leprosy be healed in the leper, then shall the priest command to take for him who is to be cleansed 2 living clean birds, and cedar wood, and scarlet, and hyssop. The priest shall command to kill one of the birds in an earthen vessel over running water. As for the living bird, he shall take it, and the cedar wood, and the scarlet, and the hyssop, and shall dip them and the living bird in the blood of the bird that was killed over the running water. He shall sprinkle on him who is to be cleansed from the leprosy 7 times, and shall pronounce him clean, and shall let go the living bird into the open field. He who is to be cleansed shall wash his clothes, and shave off all his hair, and bathe himself in water, and he shall be clean, and after that he shall come into the camp, but shall dwell outside his tent 7 days. It shall be on the 7th day that he shall shave all his hair off his head, and his beard, and his eyebrows, even all his hair he shall shave off. And he shall wash his clothes, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and he shall be clean. On the 8th day he shall take 2 he-lambs without blemish, and 1 ewe-lamb a year old without blemish, and 3/10 parts of an ephah of fine flour for a meal offering, mingled with oil, and 1 log of oil. The priest who cleanses him shall set the man who is to be cleansed and those things before Yahweh at the door of the tent of meeting. The priest shall take 1 of the he-lambs and offer him for a trespass offering, and the log of oil, and wave them for a wave offering before Yahweh. And he shall kill the he-lamb in the place where they killed the sin offering and the burnt offering, in the place of the sanctuary. For as the sin offering is the priest's, so is the trespass offering. It is most holy. And the priest shall take of the blood of the trespass offering, and the priest shall put it on the tip of the right ear of him who is to be cleansed, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the great toe of his right foot. The priest shall take of the log of oil, and pour it into the palm of his own left hand, and the priest shall dip his right finger in the oil that is in his left hand, and shall sprinkle of the oil with his finger 7 times before Yahweh. And of the rest of the oil that is in his hand shall the priest put on the tip of the right ear of him who is to be cleansed, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the great toe of his right foot, on the blood of the trespass offering. And the rest of the oil that is in the priest's hand he shall put on the head of him who is to be cleansed, and the priest shall make atonement for him before Yahweh. The priest shall offer the sin offering, and make atonement for him who is to be cleansed because of his uncleanness, and afterward he shall kill the burnt offering. And the priest shall offer the burnt offering and the meal offering on the altar, and the priest shall make atonement for him, and he shall be clean. If he be poor and can't get so much, then he shall take 1 he-lamb for a trespass offering to be waved, to make atonement for him, and 1/10 part of an ephah of fine flour mingled with oil for a meal offering, and a log of oil. And 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, such as he is able to get, and the one shall be a sin offering, and the other a burnt offering. On the 8th day he shall bring them for his cleansing to the priest, to the door of the tent of meeting before Yahweh. And the priest shall take the lamb of the trespass offering and the log of oil, and the priest shall wave them for a wave offering before Yahweh. He shall kill the lamb of the trespass offering, and the priest shall take of the blood of the trespass offering, and put it on the tip of the right ear of him who is to be cleansed, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the great toe of his right foot, on the blood of the trespass offering.
and the rest of the oil that is in the priest's hand he shall put on the head of him who is to be cleansed, to make atonement for him before Yahweh. He shall offer one of the turtle doves or of the young pigeons, such as he is able to get, and the one shall be a sin offering, and the other a burnt offering, with the meal offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him who is to be cleansed before Yahweh. This is the law of him in whom is the plague of leprosy, who is not able to get that which pertains to his cleansing. Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, When you are come into the land of Canaan, which I give you for a possession, and I put the plague of leprosy in a house of the land of your possession, then he who owns the house shall come and tell the priest, saying, There seems to me to be, as it were, a plague in the house. The priest shall command that they empty the house before the priest goes in to see the plague, that all that is in the house not be made unclean. And afterward the priest shall go in to see the house. And he shall look on the plague, and, behold, if the plague be in the walls of the house with hollow streaks, greenish or reddish, and the appearance of it be lower than the wall, then the priest shall go out of the house to the door of the house, and shut up the house 7 days. The priest shall come again the 7th day, and shall look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the walls of the house, then the priest shall command that they take out the stones in which the plague is, and cast them into an unclean place outside of the city. And he shall cause the house to be scraped within round about, and they shall pour out the mortar that they scrape off outside of the city into an unclean place. And they shall take other stones and put them in the place of those stones, and he shall take other mortar and shall plaster the house. If the plague come again and break out in the house after that he has taken out the stones, and after he has scraped the house, and after it is plastered, then the priest shall come in and look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the house, it is a fretting leprosy in the house, it is unclean. He shall break down the house, the stones of it, and the timber of it, and all the mortar of the house, and he shall carry them forth out of the city into an unclean place. Moreover, he who goes into the house all the while that it is shut up shall be unclean until the even. He who lies in the house shall wash his clothes, and he who eats in the house shall wash his clothes. If the priest shall come in and look, and behold, the plague hasn't spread in the house after the house was plastered, then the priest shall pronounce the house clean because the plague is healed. He shall take to cleanse the house 2 birds, and cedar wood, and scarlet, and hyssop. And he shall kill one of the birds in an earthen vessel over running water. And he shall take the cedar wood, and the hyssop, and the scarlet, and the living bird, and dip them in the blood of the slain bird and in the running water, and sprinkle the house 7 times. And he shall cleanse the house with the blood of the bird, and with the running water, and with the living bird, and with the cedar wood, and with the hyssop, and with the scarlet. But he shall let got the living bird out of the city into the open field. So shall he make atonement for the house, and it shall be clean. This is the law for all manner of plague of leprosy, and for a scow, and for the leprosy of a garment, and for a house, and for a rising, and for a scab, and for a bright spot, to teach when it is unclean and when it is clean. This is the law of leprosy.
Leviticus chapter 15. Impurities related to man. Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and tell them, when any man has an issue out of his flesh, because of his issue he is unclean. This shall be his uncleanness in his issue, whether his flesh run with his issue, or his flesh be stopped from his issue, it is his uncleanness. Every bed whereon he who has the issue lies shall be unclean, and everything whereon he sits shall be unclean. Whoever touches his bed shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. He who sits on anything whereon he who has the issue sat shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. He who touches the flesh of him who has the issue shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. If he who has the issue spit on him who is clean, then he shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. Whatever saddle he who has the issue rides on shall be unclean. Whoever touches anything that was under him shall be unclean until the even. And he who bears those things shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. Whoever he who has the issue touches, without having rinsed his hands in water, he shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. The earthen vessel which he who has the issue touches shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water. When he who has an issue is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and wash his clothes. And he shall bathe his flesh in running water, and shall be clean. On the 8th day he shall take to him 2 turtle doves, or 2 young pigeons, and come before Yahweh to the door of the tent of meeting, and give them to the priest. And the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him before Yahweh for his issue. If any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall bathe all his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even. Every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water, and be unclean until the even. The woman also with whom a man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water, and be unclean until the even. If a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be in her impurity 7 days, and whoever touches her shall be unclean until the even. Everything that she lies on in her impurity shall be unclean. Everything also that she sits on shall be unclean. Whoever touches her bed shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. Whoever touches anything that she sits on shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. If it be on the bed, or on anything whereon she sits, when he touches it, he shall be unclean until the even. If any man lie with her, and her impurity be on him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and every bed whereon he lies shall be unclean. If a woman have an issue of her blood many days not in the time of her impurity, or if she have an issue beyond the time of her impurity, all the days of the issue of her uncleanness she shall be as in the days of her impurity. She is unclean. Every bed whereon she lies all the days of her issue shall be to her as the bed of her impurity, and everything whereon she sits shall be unclean, as the uncleanness of her impurity. Whoever touches those things shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean. On the 8th day she shall take to her 2 turtle doves, or 2 young pigeons, and bring them to the priest, to the door of the tent of meeting. The priest shall offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering.
and the priest shall make atonement for her before Yahweh for the issue of her uncleanness. Thus shall you separate the children of Israel from their uncleanness, that they not die in their uncleanness, when they defile my tent that is in the midst of them. This is the law of him who has an issue, and of him whose seed of copulation goes from him, so that he is unclean thereby, and of her who is sick with her impurity, and of him who has an issue, of the man and of the woman, and of him who lies with her who is unclean. Leviticus 16. The Great Day of Atonement. Yahweh spoke to Moses after the death of the 2 sons of Aaron, when they drew near before Yahweh and died. And Yahweh said to Moses, "Speak to Aaron your brother, that he doesn't come at all times into the holy place within the veil, before the mercy seat which is on the ark, that he not die. For I will appear in the cloud on the mercy seat. Herewith shall Aaron come into the holy place, with a young bull for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering. He shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches on his flesh, and shall be girded with the linen sash, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. They are the holy garments, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and put them on. He shall take of the congregation of the children of Israel 2 male goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. Aaron shall present the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house. He shall take the 2 goats and set them before Yahweh at the door of the tent of meeting. Aaron shall cast lots on the 2 goats, 1 lot for Yahweh, and the other lot for Azazel. Aaron shall present the goat on which the lot fell for Yahweh, and offer him for a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell for Azazel shall be set alive before Yahweh, to make atonement for him, to send him away for Azazel into the wilderness. Aaron shall present the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself. And he shall take a censer full of coals of fire from off the altar before Yahweh, and his hands full of sweet incense beaten small, and bring it within the veil. And he shall put the incense on the fire before Yahweh, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is on the testimony, that he not die. And he shall take of the blood of the bull, and sprinkle it with his finger on the mercy seat, on the east. And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. Then shall he kill the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, and bring his blood within the veil, and do with his blood as he did with the blood of the bull, and sprinkle it on the mercy seat, and before the mercy seat. And he shall make atonement for the holy place, because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgressions, even all their sins. And so shall he do for the tent of meeting, that dwells with them in the midst of their uncleanness. There shall be no man in the tent of meeting when he goes in to make atonement in the holy place, until he come out, and have made atonement for himself, and for his household, and for all the assembly of Israel. He shall go out to the altar that is before Yahweh, and make atonement for it, and shall take of the blood of the bull and of the blood of the goat, and put it on the horns of the altar round about. He shall sprinkle of the blood on it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and make it holy from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. When he has made an end of atoning for the holy place and the tent of meeting and the altar, he shall present the live goat, and Aaron shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat, and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel, and all their transgressions, even all their sins. And he shall put them on the head of the goat, and shall send him away by the hand of a man who is in readiness into the wilderness. And the goat shall bear on him all their iniquities to a solitary land, and he shall let go the goat in the wilderness. Aaron shall come into the tent of meeting, and shall put off the linen garments which he put on when he went into the holy place, and shall leave them there. And he shall bathe his flesh in water in a holy place, and put on his garments, and come forth, and offer his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people, and make atonement for himself and for the people. The fat of the sin offering shall he burn on the altar. He who lets go the goat for Azazel shall wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. The bull of the sin offering and the goat of the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the holy place, shall be carried forth outside of the camp, and they shall burn in the fire their skins and their flesh and their dung. He who burns them shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. It shall be a statute forever to you. In the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, you shall afflict your souls, and shall do no manner of work, the homeborn or the stranger who sojourns among you. For on this day shall atonement be made for you, to cleanse you. From all your sins shall you be clean before Yahweh. It is a Sabbath of solemn rest to you, and you shall afflict your souls. It is a statute forever. The priest who shall be anointed and who shall be consecrated to be priest in his father's place shall make the atonement, and shall put on the linen garments, even the holy garments. And he shall make atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make atonement for the tent of meeting and for the altar. And he shall make atonement for the priests and for all the people of the assembly. This shall be an everlasting statute to you, to make atonement for the children of Israel because of all their sins once in the year. He did as Yahweh commanded Moses.
Leviticus 17. Blood regulations. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to Aaron and to his sons and to all the children of Israel, and tell them, this is the thing which Yahweh has commanded, saying, whatever man there be of the house of Israel, who kills an ox or lamb or goat in the camp, or who kills it outside of the camp, and hasn't brought it to the door of the tent of meeting to offer it as an offering to Yahweh before the tent of Yahweh, blood shall be imputed to that man. He has shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people, to the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices which they sacrifice in the open field, even that they may bring them to Yahweh, to the door of the tent of meeting, to the priest, and sacrifice them for sacrifices of peace offerings to Yahweh. The priest shall sprinkle the blood on the altar of Yahweh at the door of the tent of meeting, and burn the fat for a sweet savor to Yahweh. They shall no more sacrifice their sacrifices to the male goats, after which they play the prostitute. This shall be a statute forever to them throughout their generations. You shall tell them, whatever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers who sojourn among them, who offers a burnt offering or sacrifice, and doesn't bring it to the door of the tent of meeting to sacrifice it to Yahweh, that man shall be cut off from his people. Whatever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers who sojourn among them, who eats any manner of blood, I will set my face against that soul who eats blood, and will cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you on the altar to make atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that makes atonement by reason of the life. Therefore I said to the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger who sojourns among you eat blood. Whatever man there be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers who sojourn among them, who takes in hunting any animal or bird that may be eaten, he shall pour out the blood of it and cover it with dust. For as to the life of all flesh, the blood of it is all one with the life of it. Therefore I said to the children of Israel, you shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh, for the life of all flesh is the blood of it. Whoever eats it shall be cut off. Every soul who eats that which dies of itself, or that which is torn of animals, whether he be homeborn or a sojourner, he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. Then shall he be clean. But if he doesn't wash them, nor bathe his flesh, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Leviticus 18. Rules regarding sexual transgressions. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and tell them, I am Yahweh your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt in which you lived, you shall not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan where I bring you, you shall not do. Neither shall you walk in their statutes. My ordinances shall you do, and my statutes shall you keep, to walk therein. I am Yahweh your God. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my ordinances, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am Yahweh. None of you shall approach to any who are close relatives to him to uncover their nakedness. I am Yahweh. The nakedness of your father, even the nakedness of your mother, you shall not uncover. She is your mother. You shall not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife you shall not uncover. It is your father's nakedness. The nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness you shall not uncover. The nakedness of your son's daughter, or of your daughter's daughter, even their nakedness you shall not uncover, for theirs is your own nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, conceived by your father, she is your sister, you shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's sister, she is your father's near kinswoman. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, for she is your mother's near kinswoman. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's brother. You shall not approach to his wife, she is your aunt. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your daughter-in-law, she is your son's wife. You shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your brother's wife, it is your brother's nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. You shall not take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are near kinswomen. It is wickedness. You shall not take a wife to her sister to be a rival to her, to uncover her nakedness, besides the other in her lifetime. You shall not approach to a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is impure by her uncleanness. You shall not lie carnally with your neighbor's wife to defile yourself with her. You shall not give any of your seed to make them pass through the fire to Molech, neither shall you profane the name of your God. I am Yahweh. You shall not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. You shall not lie with any animal to defile yourself therewith, neither shall any woman stand before an animal to lie down thereto. It is confusion. Don't defile yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled which I cast out from before you. The land is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity of it on it, and the land vomits out her inhabitants. You therefore shall keep my statutes than my ordinances, and shall not do any of these abominations, neither the homeborn nor the stranger who sojourns among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done that were before you, and the land is defiled, that the land not vomit you out also when you defile it, as it vomited out the nation that was before you. For whoever shall do any of these abominations, even the souls that do them shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall you keep my charge, that you not practice any of these abominable customs which were practiced before you, and that you not defile yourselves therein. I am Yahweh your God. Leviticus 19. Laws concerning holiness and justice. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and tell them, You shall be holy, for I, Yahweh your God, am holy. You shall fear every man his mother and his father, and you shall keep my Sabbaths. I am Yahweh your God. Don't turn to idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am Yahweh, your God. When you offer a sacrifice of peace offerings to Yahweh, you shall offer it that you may be accepted. It shall be eaten the same day you offer it, and on the next day. And if anything remain until the third day, it shall be burnt with fire. If it be eaten at all on the third day, it is an abomination. It shall not be accepted. But everyone who eats it shall bear his iniquity, because he has profaned the holy thing of Yahweh. And that soul shall be cut off from his people. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not wholly reap the corners of your field, neither shall you gather the gleaning of your harvest. You shall not glean your vineyard, neither shall you gather the fallen fruit of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and for the sojourner. I am Yahweh, your God. You shall not steal, neither shall you deal falsely, nor lie one to another. You shall not swear by my name falsely, and profane the name of your God. I am Yahweh. You shall not oppress your neighbor, nor rob him. The wages of a hired servant shall not remain with you all night until the morning. You shall not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but you shall fear your God. I am Yahweh. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. You shall not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shall you judge your neighbor. You shall not go up and down as a talebearer among your people, neither shall you stand against the blood of your neighbor. I am Yahweh. You shall not hate your brother in your heart. You shall surely rebuke your neighbor, and not bear sin because of him. You shall not take vengeance, nor bear any grudge against the children of your people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am Yahweh. You shall keep my statutes. You shall not let your cattle breed with a diverse kind. You shall not sow your field with two kinds of seed. Neither shall there come on you a garment of two kinds of stuff mingled together. Whoever lies carnally with a woman who is a bondmaid, pledged to be married to a husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her, they shall be punished. They shall not be put to death, because she was not free. He shall bring his trespass offering to Yahweh to the door of the tent of meeting, even a ram for a trespass offering. The priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before Yahweh for his sin which he has sinned, and the sin which he has sinned shall be forgiven him. When you shall come into the land, and shall have planted all manner of trees for food, then you shall count the fruit of it as their uncircumcision. 3 years shall they be as uncircumcised to you. It shall not be eaten. But in the 4th year, all the fruit of it shall be holy, for giving praise to Yahweh. In the 5th year shall you eat of the fruit of it, that it may yield to you the increase of it. I am Yahweh your God. You shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall you use enchantments, nor practice sorcery. You shall not cut the hair on the sides of your heads, neither shall you clip off the edge of your beard. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks on you. I am Yahweh. Don't profane your daughter to make her a prostitute, lest the land fall to prostitution, and the land become full of wickedness. You shall keep my Sabbaths, and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahweh. Don't turn to those who have familiar spirits, nor to the wizards. Don't seek them out to be defiled by them. I am Yahweh your God. You shall rise up before the gray head, and honor the face of the old man, and you shall fear your God. I am Yahweh. If a stranger sojourn with you in your land, you shall do him no wrong. The stranger who sojourns with you shall be to you as the homeborn among you, and you shall love him as yourself, for you were sojourners in the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh your God. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in measures of length, of weight, or of quantity. just balances, just weights, a just ephah, and a just hin shall you have. I am Yahweh your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. You shall observe all my statutes and all my ordinances, and do them. I am Yahweh.
Leviticus 20, Prohibited Cults. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Moreover, you shall tell the children of Israel, whoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers who sojourn in Israel, who gives of his seed to Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. I also will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he has given of his seed to Molech, to defile my sanctuary, and to profane my holy name. If the people at the land do at all hide their eyes from that man, when he gives of his seed to Molech, and don't put him to death, then I will set my face against that man, and against his family, and will cut him off, and all who play the prostitute after him, to play the prostitute with Molech, from among their people. The soul that turns to those who have familiar spirits, and to the wizards, to play the prostitute after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and will cut him off from among his people. Sanctify yourselves, therefore, and be ye holy, for I am Yahweh your God. You shall keep my statutes and do them. I am Yahweh who sanctifies you. For everyone who curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. He has cursed his father or his mother. His blood shall be on him. The man who commits adultery with another man's wife, even he who commits adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. The man who lies with his father's wife has uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be on them. If a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have created confusion. Their blood shall be on them. If a man lie with mankind as with womankind, both of them have committed abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be on them. If a man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. They shall be burnt with fire, both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you. If a man lie with an animal, he shall surely be put to death, and you shall kill the animal. If a woman approach to any animal, and lie down thereto, you shall kill the woman and the animal. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be on them. If a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she see his nakedness, it is a shameful thing, and they shall be cut off in the sight of the children of their people. He has uncovered his sister's nakedness, he shall bear his iniquity. If a man shall lie with a woman having her sickness, and shall uncover her nakedness, he has made naked her fountain, and she has uncovered the fountain of her blood, and both of them shall be cut off from among their people. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, nor of your father's sister, for he has made naked his close relative. They shall bear their iniquity. If a man shall lie with his uncle's wife, he has uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sin. They shall die childless. If a man shall take his brother's wife, it is impurity. He has uncovered his brother's nakedness. They shall be childless. You shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my ordinances and do them, that the land where I bring you to dwell therein not vomit you out. You shall not walk in the customs of the nation which I cast out before you, for they did all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. But I have said to you, you shall inherit their land, and I will give it to you to possess it, a land flowing with milk and honey. I am Yahweh your God, who has separated you from the peoples. You shall therefore make a distinction between the clean animal and the unclean,
and between the unclean fowl and the clean. And you shall not make your souls abominable by animal, or by bird, or by anything with which the ground teems, which I have separated from you as unclean. You shall be holy to me, for I, Yahweh, am holy, and have set you apart from the peoples, that you should be mine. A man also, or a woman that has a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be on them.
Leviticus 21. What is required of priests? Yahweh said to Moses, "Speak to the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say to them, There shall none defile himself for the dead among his people, except for his relatives that is near to him, for his mother, and for his father, and for his son, and for his daughter, and for his brother, and for his sister a virgin that is near to him, that has had no husband. For her may he defile himself. He shall not defile himself, being a chief man among his people, to profane himself. They shall not make baldness on their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. They shall be holy to their God, and not profane the name of their God. For the offerings of Yahweh made by fire, the bread of their God, they do offer, therefore they shall be holy. They shall not take a woman that is a prostitute or profane, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy to his God. You shall sanctify him therefore, for he offers the bread of your God. He shall be holy to you, for I, Yahweh, who sanctify you, am holy. The daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the prostitute, she profanes her father. She shall be burnt with fire. He who is the high priest among his brothers, on whose head the anointing oil is poured, and that is consecrated to put on the garments, shall not let the hair of his head go loose, nor tear his clothes. Neither shall he go in to any dead body, nor defile himself for his father or for his mother. Neither shall he go out of the sanctuary, nor profane the sanctuary of his God, for the crown of the anointing oil of his God is on him. I am Yahweh. He shall take a wife in her virginity. A widow, or one divorced, or a profane woman, a prostitute, these shall he not take, but a virgin of his own people shall he take as a wife. He shall not profane his seed among his people, for I am Yahweh who sanctifies him. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron, saying, Whoever he be of your seed throughout their generations that has a blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of his God. For whatever man he be that has a blemish, he shall not approach, a blind man, or a lame, or he that has a flat nose, or any deformity, or a man that is broken-footed, or broken-handed, or crook-backed, or a dwarf, or that has a blemish in his eye, or is scurvy, or scabbed, or has his stones broken. No man of the seed of Aaron the priest that has a blemish shall come near to offer the offerings of Yahweh made by fire. He has a blemish, he shall not come near to offer the bread of his God. He shall eat the bread of his God, both of the most holy and of the holy. Only he shall not go in to the veil, nor come near to the altar, because he has a blemish, that he not profane my sanctuaries, for I am Yahweh who sanctifies them. So Moses spoke to Aaron and to his sons and to all the children of Israel.
Leviticus 22. Sharing the offerings made to God. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, that they separate themselves from the holy things of the children of Israel, which they make holy to me, and that they not profane my holy name. I am Yahweh. Tell them, whoever he be of all your seed throughout your generations that approaches to the holy things which the children of Israel make holy to Yahweh, having his uncleanness on him, that soul shall be cut off from before me. I am Yahweh. Whatever man of the seed of Aaron is a leper or has an issue, he shall not eat of the holy things until he is clean. Whoever touches anything that is unclean by the dead, or a man whose seed goes from him, or whoever touches any creeping thing, whereby he may be made unclean, or a man of whom he may take uncleanness, whatever uncleanness he has, the soul that touches any such shall be unclean until the even, and shall not eat of the holy things unless he bathe his flesh in water. When the sun is down, he shall be clean, and afterward he shall eat of the holy things, because it is his bread. That which dies of itself or is torn by animals, he shall not eat to defile himself therewith. I am Yahweh. They shall therefore keep my charge, lest they bear sin for it and die therein, if they profane it. I am Yahweh who sanctifies them. There shall no stranger eat of the holy thing. A sojourner of the priests or a hired servant shall not eat of the holy thing. But if a priest buy any soul, the purchase of his money, he shall eat of it, and such as are born in his house, they shall eat of his bread. If a priest's daughter be married to a stranger, she shall not eat of the heave offering of the holy things. But if a priest's daughter be a widow or divorced, and have no child, and be returned to her father's house as in her youth, she shall eat of her father's bread, but there shall no stranger eat of it. If a man eat of the holy thing unwittingly, then he shall put the fifth part of it to it, and shall give to the priest the holy thing. They shall not profane the holy things of the children of Israel, which they offer to Yahweh, and so cause them to bear the iniquity that brings guilt when they eat their holy things, for I am Yahweh who sanctifies them. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, and to all the children of Israel, and tell them, Whoever he be of the house of Israel, or of the sojourners in Israel, that offers his offering, whether it be any of their vows or any of their free will offerings, which they offer to Yahweh for a burnt offering, that you may be accepted, you shall offer a male without blemish of the bulls, of the sheep, or of the goats. But whatever has a blemish, that shall you not offer, for it shall not be acceptable for you. Whoever offers a sacrifice of peace offerings to Yahweh to accomplish a vow, or for a free will offering, of the herd or of the flock, it shall be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no blemish therein. Blind or broken or maimed or having a wen or scurvy or scabbed, you shall not offer these to Yahweh, nor make an offering by fire of them on the altar to Yahweh. Either a bull or a lamb that has any deformity or lacking in his parts, that may you offer for a free will offering, but for a vow it shall not be accepted. That which has its stones bruised, or crushed, or broken, or cut, you shall not offer to Yahweh, neither shall you do thus in your land. Neither from the hand of a foreigner shall you offer the bread of your God of any of these, because their corruption is in them, there is a blemish in them. They shall not be accepted for you. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, When a bull or a sheep or a goat is brought forth, then it shall be 7 days under the hen, and from the 8th day and thenceforth it shall be accepted for the offering of an offering made by fire to Yahweh. Whether it be cow or ewe, you shall not kill it and its young both in 1 day. When you sacrifice a sacrifice of thanksgiving to Yahweh, you shall sacrifice it that you may be accepted. On the same day it shall be eaten. You shall leave none of it until the morning. I am Yahweh. Therefore shall you keep my commandments and do them. I am Yahweh. You shall not profane my holy name, but I will be made holy among the children of Israel. I am Yahweh who makes you holy, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Yahweh.
Leviticus chapter 23. The Great Liturgical Feasts. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and tell them, The set feasts of Yahweh, which you shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my set feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day is a Sabbath of solemn rest, a holy convocation. You shall do no manner of work. It is a Sabbath to Yahweh in all your dwellings. These are the set feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in their appointed season. In the 1st month, on the 14th day of the month at even, is Yahweh's Passover. On the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread to Yahweh. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. In the 1st day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work, but you shall offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh 7 days. In the 7th day is a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and tell them, when you are come into the land which I give to you, and shall reap the harvest of it, then you shall bring the sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before Yahweh, to be accepted for you. On the next day after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. In the day when you wave the sheaf, you shall offer a he-lamb without blemish, a year old, for a burnt offering to Yahweh. The meal offering of it shall be 2/10 parts of an ephah of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire to Yahweh for a sweet savor. And the drink offering of it shall be of wine, the 4th part of a hin. You shall eat neither bread, nor parched grain, nor fresh ears until this same day, until you have brought the offering of your God. It is a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. You shall count to you from the next day after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall there be complete. Even to the next day after the 7th Sabbath shall you number 50 days, and you shall offer a new meal offering to Yahweh. You shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 parts of an ephah. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baked with yeast, for first fruits to Yahweh. You shall present with the bread 7 lambs without blemish, a year old, and 1 young bull, and 2 rams. They shall be a burnt offering to Yahweh, with their meal offerings and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor to Yahweh. You shall offer 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 he-lambs a year old for a sacrifice of peace offerings. The priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before Yahweh, with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to Yahweh for the priest. You shall make proclamation on the same day. There shall be a holy convocation to you. You shall do no servile work. It is a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not wholly reap the corners of your field, neither shall you gather the gleaning of your harvest. You shall leave them for the poor and for the sojourner. I am Yahweh your God. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying,
Speak to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, on the 1st day of the month, shall be a solemn rest to you, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, However, on the 10th day of this 7th month is the day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation to you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh. Ye shall do no manner of work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make atonement for you before Yahweh your God. For whatever soul it be who shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from his people. Whatever soul it be who does any manner of work in that same day, that soul will I destroy from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work. It is a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It shall be to you a Sabbath of solemn rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at even, from even to even,
shall ye keep your Sabbath. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, On the 15th day of this 7th month is the Feast of Tents for 7 days to Yahweh. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation to you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh. It is a solemn assembly. Ye shall do no servile work. These are the set feasts of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh, a burnt offering and a meal offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, each on its own day, besides the Sabbaths of Yahweh, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your free will offerings, which ye give to Yahweh. However, on the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruits of the land, ye shall keep the feast of Yahweh 7 days. On the first day shall be a solemn rest, and on the 8th day shall be a solemn rest. Ye shall take on the first day the fruit of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before Yahweh your God 7 days. Ye shall keep it a feast to Yahweh 7 days in the year. It is a statute forever throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All who are homeborn in Israel shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, your God. Moses declared to the children of Israel the set feasts of Yahweh. Leviticus 24. The menorah and the consecrated bread. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel that they bring to you pure olive oil beaten for the light, to cause a lamp to burn continually. Outside of the veil of the testimony, in the tent of meeting, shall Aaron keep it in order from evening to morning before Yahweh continually. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. He shall keep in order the lamps on the pure lampstand before Yahweh continually. You shall take fine flour and bake 12 cakes of it. 2/10 parts of an ephah shall be in 1 cake. You shall set them in 2 rows, 6 on a row, on the pure table before Yahweh. You shall put pure frankincense on each row, that it may be to the bread for a memorial, even an offering made by fire to Yahweh. Every Sabbath day he shall set it in order before Yahweh continually. It is on the behalf of the children of Israel an everlasting covenant. It shall be for Aaron and his sons, and they shall eat it in a holy place, for it is most holy to him of the offerings of Yahweh, made by fire by a perpetual statute. The son of an Israelite woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and the son of the Israelite woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the son of the Israelite woman blasphemed the name and cursed, and they brought him to Moses. His mother's name was Shelomith, the daughter of Dibri, of the tribe of Dan. They put him in custody, that it might be declared to them at the mouth of Yahweh. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Bring forth him who has cursed outside of the camp, and let all who heard him lay their hands on his head, and let all the congregation stone him. You shall speak to the children of Israel, saying, Whoever curses his God shall bear his sin. He who blasphemes the name of Yahweh, he shall surely be put to death. All the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the sojourner as the homeborn, when he blasphemes the name of Yahweh, shall be put to death. He who strikes any man mortally shall surely be put to death. He who strikes an animal mortally shall make it good, life for life. If a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he has done, so shall it be done to him. Breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. As he has caused a blemish in a man, so shall it be rendered to him. He who kills an animal shall make it good, and he who kills a man shall be put to death. You shall have one manner of law, as well for the sojourner as for the homeborn, for I am Yahweh your God. Moses spoke to the children of Israel, and they brought forth him who had cursed out of the camp and stoned him with stones. The children of Israel did as Yahweh commanded Moses. Leviticus 25. The Sabbath year and the Jubilee year. Yahweh spoke to Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and tell them, when you come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath to Yahweh. 6 years you shall sow your field, and 6 years you shall prune your vineyard, and gather in the fruits of it. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of solemn rest for the land, a Sabbath to Yahweh. You shall neither sow your field nor prune your vineyard. That which grows of itself of your harvest you shall not reap, and the grapes of your undressed vine you shall not gather. It shall be a year of solemn rest for the land. The Sabbath of the land shall be for food for you and for your servant and for your maid and for your hired servant and for your stranger who sojourn with you. For your cattle and for the animals that are in your land shall all the increase of it be for food. You shall number 7 Sabbaths of years to you, 7 times 7 years, and there shall be to you the days of 7 Sabbaths of years, even 49 years. Then shall you send abroad the loud trumpet on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall you send abroad the trumpet throughout all your land. You shall make the 50th year holy, and proclaim liberty throughout the land to all the inhabitants of it. It shall be a jubilee to you, and you shall return every man to his possession, and you shall return every man to his family. A jubilee shall that 50th year be to you. You shall not sow, neither reap that which grows of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of the undressed vines. For it is a jubilee, it shall be holy to you. You shall eat the increase of it out of the field. In this year of Jubilee you shall return every man to his possession. If you sell anything to your neighbor or buy of your neighbor's hand, you shall not wrong one another. According to the number of years after the Jubilee you shall buy of your neighbor, and according to the number of years of the crops he shall sell to you. According to the length of the years you shall increase the price of it, and according to the shortness of the years you shall diminish the price of it. For the number of the crops does he sell to you. You shall not wrong one another, but you shall fear your God, for I am Yahweh your God. Therefore you shall do my statutes and keep my ordinances and do them, and you shall dwell in the land in safety. The land shall yield its fruit, and you shall eat your fill, and dwell therein in safety. If you shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow, nor gather in our increase. Then I will command my blessing on you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for the 3 years. You shall sow the 8th year, and eat of the fruits, the old store. Until the 9th year, until its fruits come in, you shall eat the old store. The land shall not be sold in perpetuity, for the land is mine, for you are strangers and sojourners with me. In all the land of your possession you shall grant a redemption for the land. If your brother grew poor, and sell some of his possession, then shall his kinsman who is next to him come, and shall redeem that which his brother has sold. If a man have no one to redeem it, and he grew rich, and find sufficient to redeem it, then let him reckon the years of the sale of it, and restore the surplus to the man to whom he sold it, and he shall return to his possession.
But if he isn't able to get it back for himself, then that which he has sold shall remain in the hand of him who has bought it until the year of Jubilee. And in the Jubilee it shall go out, and he shall return to his possession.
If a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. For a full year shall he have the right of redemption. If it isn't redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be made sure in perpetuity to him who bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee. But the houses of the villages which have no wall round about them shall be reckoned with the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee. Nevertheless, the cities of the Levites, the houses of the cities of their possession, may the Levites redeem at any time. If one of the Levites redeem, then the house that was sold and the city of his possession shall go out in the Jubilee. For the houses of the cities of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel. But the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession. If your brother has grown poor, and his hand fail with you, then you shall uphold him. As a stranger and a sojourner shall he live with you. Take no interest of him or increase, but fear your God, that your brother may live with you. You shall not give him your money on interest, nor give him your victuals for increase. I am Yahweh your God, who brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, to give you the land of Canaan, and to be your God. If your brother has grown poor with you, and sell himself to you, you shall not make him to serve as a bondservant. As a hired servant and as a sojourner he shall be with you. He shall serve with you to the year of Jubilee. Then shall he go out from you, he and his children with him, and shall return to his own family, and to the possession of his fathers shall he return. For they are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondservants. You shall not rule over him with rigor, but shall fear your God. As for your bondservants and your bondmaids whom you shall have, of the nations that are round about you, of them shall you buy bondservants and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers who sojourn among you, of them shall you buy, and of their families who are with you, which they have conceived in your land, and they shall be your possession. You shall make them an inheritance for your children after you, to hold for a possession. Of them shall you take your bondservants forever. But over your brothers, the children of Israel, you shall not rule one over another with rigor. If a stranger or sojourner with you has grown rich, and your brother has grown poor beside him, and sell himself to the stranger or sojourner with you, or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed. One of his brothers may redeem him, or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any who is a close relative to him of his family may redeem him, or if he has grown rich, he may redeem himself. He shall reckon with him who bought him from the year that he sold himself to him to the year of Jubilee, and the price of his sale shall be according to the number of years. According to the time of a hired servant shall he be with him. If there be yet many years, according to them he shall give back the price of his redemption out of the money that he was bought for. If there remain but few years to the year of Jubilee, then he shall reckon with him. According to his years shall he give back the price of his redemption. As a servant hired year by year shall he be with him. He shall not rule with rigor over him in your sight. If he isn't redeemed by these means, then he shall go out in the year of Jubilee, he and his children with him. For to me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh your God.
Leviticus 26. Blessings for those who obey. You shall make you no idols, neither shall you rear you up an engraved image or a pillar. Neither shall you place any figured stone in your land, to bow down to it, for I am Yahweh your God. You shall keep my Sabbaths, and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahweh. If you walk in my statutes, and keep my commandments, and do them, Then I will give your rains in their season, and the land shall yield its increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. Your threshing shall reach to the vintage, and the vintage shall reach to the sowing time, and you shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. I will give peace in the land, and you shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will cause evil animals to cease out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land. You shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall chase 10,000, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. I will have respect to you, and make you fruitful, and multiply you, and will establish my covenant with you. You shall eat old store long kept, and you shall bring forth the old because of the new. I will set my tent among you, and my soul won't abhor you. I will walk among you, and will be your God, and you shall be my people. I am Yahweh your God, who brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that you should not be their bondservants, and I have broken the bars of your yoke, and made you go upright. But if you will not listen to me, and will not do all these commandments, and if you shall reject my statutes, and if your soul abhor my ordinances, so that you will not do all my commandments, but break my covenant, I also will do this to you. I will appoint terror over you, even consumption and fever, that shall consume the eyes, and make the soul to pine away. And you shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. I will set my face against you, and you shall be struck before your enemies. Those who hate you shall rule over you, and you shall flee when none pursues you. If you will not yet for these things listen to me, then I will chastise you 7 times more for your sins. I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your sky as iron, and your earth as brass, and your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield its increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruit. If you walk contrary to me, and won't listen to me, I will bring 7 times more plagues on you according to your sins. I will send the animal of the field among you, which shall rob you of your children, and destroy your cattle, and make you few in number, and your ways shall become desolate. If by these things you won't be reformed to me, but will walk contrary to me, then will I also walk contrary to you, and I will strike you, even I, 7 times for your sins. I will bring a sword on you that shall execute the vengeance of the covenant, and you shall be gathered together within your cities, and I will send the pestilence among you, and you shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy. When I break your staff of bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver your bread again by weight, and you shall eat and not be satisfied. If you won't for all this listen to me, but walk contrary to me, then I will walk contrary to you in wrath, and I also will chastise you 7 times for your sins. You shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall you eat. I will destroy your high places, and cut down your sun images, and cast your dead bodies on the bodies of your idols, and my soul shall abhor you. I will make your cities a waste, and will bring your sanctuaries to desolation, and I won't smell the savor of your sweet odors. I will bring the land into desolation, and your enemies that dwell therein shall be astonished at it. You will I scatter among the nations, and I will draw out the sword after you, and your land shall be a desolation, and your cities shall be a waste. Then shall the land enjoy its Sabbaths as long as it lies desolate, and you are in your enemy's land. Even then shall the land rest and enjoy its Sabbaths. As long as it lies desolate, it shall have rest, even the rest which it didn't have in your Sabbaths when you lived on it. As for those who are left of you, I will send a faintness into their heart in the lands of their enemies, and the sound of a driven leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee as one flees from the sword, and they shall fall when none pursues. They shall stumble one on another, as it were before the sword when none pursues, and you shall have no power to stand before your enemies. You shall perish among the nations, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up. Those who are left of you shall pine away in their iniquity in your enemies' lands, and also in the iniquities of their fathers shall they pine away with them. They shall confess their iniquity, and the iniquity of their fathers in their trespass which they trespassed against me, and also that because they walked contrary to me. I also walked contrary to them, and brought them into the land of their enemies. If then their uncircumcised heart be humbled, and they then accept of the punishment of their iniquity, then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land. The land also shall be left by them, and shall enjoy its Sabbaths while it lies desolate without them, and they shall accept of the punishment of their iniquity, because they rejected my ordinances, and their soul abhorred my statutes. Yet for all that, when they are in the land of their enemies, I will not reject them, neither will I abhor them to destroy them utterly, and to break my covenant with them, for I am Yahweh their God. But I will for their sakes remember the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the nations, that I might be their God. I am Yahweh. These are the statutes and ordinances and laws which Yahweh made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by Moses.
Leviticus 27. Rules regarding promises. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and tell them, when a man shall accomplish a vow, the person shall be for Yahweh by your estimation. Your estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even to 60 years old. Even your estimation shall be 50 shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary. If it be a female, then your estimation shall be 30 shekels. If it be from 5 years old even to 20 years old, then your estimation shall be of the male 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. If it be from a month old even to 5 years old, then your estimation shall be of the male 5 shekels of silver, and for the female your estimation shall be 3 shekels of silver. If it be from 60 years old and upward, if it be a male, then your estimation shall be 15 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. But if he be poorer than your estimation, then he shall be set before the priest, and the priest shall value him. According to the ability of him who vowed shall the priest value him. If it be an animal whereof men offer an offering to Yahweh, all that any man gives of such to Yahweh shall be holy. He shall not alter it nor change it, a good for a bad, or a bad for a good. And if he shall at all change animal for animal, then both it and that for which it is changed shall be holy. If it be any unclean animal of which they do not offer an offering to Yahweh, then he shall set the animal before the priest, and the priest shall value it, whether it be good or bad. As you, the priest, value it, so shall it be. But if he will indeed redeem it, then he shall add the 5th part of it to your estimation. When a man shall sanctify his house to be holy to Yahweh, then the priest shall estimate it, whether it be good or bad. As the priest shall estimate it, so shall it stand. If he who sanctified it will redeem his house, then he shall add the 5th part of the money of your estimation to it, and it shall be his. If a man shall sanctify to Yahweh part of the field of his possession, then your estimation shall be according to the sowing of it. The sowing of a homer of barley shall be valued at 50 shekels of silver. If he sanctify his field from the year of Jubilee, according to your estimation it shall stand. But if he sanctify his field after the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon to him the money according to the years that remain to the year of Jubilee, and an abatement shall be made from your estimation. If he who sanctified the field will indeed redeem it, then he shall add the 5th part of the money of your estimation to it, and it shall be assured to him. If he will not redeem the field, or if he has sold the field to another man, it shall not be redeemed any more. But the field, when it goes out in the Jubilee, shall be holy to Yahweh, as a field devoted. The possession of it shall be the priest's. If he sanctify to Yahweh a field which he has bought, which is not of the field of his possession, then the priest shall reckon to him the worth of your estimation to the year of Jubilee, and he shall give your estimation in that day as a holy thing to Yahweh. In the year of Jubilee, the field shall return to him of whom it was bought, even to him to whom the possession of the land belongs.
All your estimation shall be according to the shekel of the sanctuary. 20 gerahs shall be the shekel. Only the firstborn among animals, which is made a firstborn to Yahweh, no man shall sanctify it, whether it be ox or sheep, it is Yahweh's. If it be of an unclean animal, then he shall ransom it according to your estimation, and shall add to it the fifth part of it. Or if it isn't redeemed, then it shall be sold according to your estimation. Notwithstanding, no devoted thing that a man shall devote to Yahweh of all that he has, whether of man or animal or of the field of his possession, shall be sold or redeemed. Every devoted thing is most holy to Yahweh. No one devoted who shall be devoted from among men shall be ransomed. He shall surely be put to death. All the tithe of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree, is Yahweh's. It is holy to Yahweh. If a man will redeem anything of his tithe, he shall add to it the fifth part of it. All the tithe of the herd or the flock, whatever passes under the rod, the tenth shall be holy to Yahweh. He shall not search whether it be good or bad, neither shall he change it. And if he change it at all, then both it and that for which it is changed shall be holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments which Yahweh commanded Moses for the children of Israel in Mount Sinai.
And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to activate the bell to receive all notifications of future videos. Tell me in the comments what you thought. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.